When Zhiyun sent me G300 for a review, at the first look, I thought this is perfect light. This is what I always wanted. It's small, compact, ultra powerful light, and something that I can just toss in any kind of scenario, indoor, outdoor, wedding, portrait, whatever. But then I opened it and I actually started using it, and let's just say that it got me really annoyed. Maybe not in the way that you think, but maybe it's just better for me to explain. You see, way back in 2017, Aperture introduced 300D Mark I, the first high output COB light on the market that kind of set up the whole new bar for the performance and the price of the COB lights of that time. Yes, it was kind of big, yes, fans were kind of loud, but it gave us a very powerful light in a portable form. And guess what? I still have it, and I still use it from time to time. And the G300? Well, it's exactly the same concept, it's just the one that evolved throughout the years. It's just newer technology, it's smaller, it's lighter, it's quieter, but it's still equally, even actually more powerful than old models. The G300 is also COB type of LED light, which means chip on board. It's a technology that's often used as a replacement for traditional studio lights because of the higher efficiency, higher output in a smaller package, and naturally looking output of the light. The light fixture itself is beautifully designed. Seriously, it has this nice handle on top with the stamped G300. Seems like it's made from like really nicer plastic. It weighs about 2 pounds, or what's that, like 1,050 grams for my friends from Miami. It uses a bonus mount, meaning that there's gonna be a ton of modifiers on the market that you can use, from softboxes, beauty dishes, octoboxes, literally you name it, it's probably available with this mount. Power output is seriously strong. And it's also consistent. It's 15,500 lux at 3 feet and 61,000 lux with included reflector that comes with the package. That's more light than most of us ever gonna use pretty much in any set. It's also bicolor, which means that you can shift your white balance from 2700 to 6500 kelvins, and also white balance is pretty accurate throughout the whole range of intensity. None of that green or magenta creep, but you still have an option to shift your magenta if you need to. It's small enough that you can mount it, rig it on the ceiling, baby plate, tiny C-stand, light stand, whatever you had. Even you can put it on the places that you never thought you were gonna put a 300-watt light. I have mine mounted right here on a baby pin on a wall plate that I'm using for the green screen videos. With a wide strip box at about 40% power, I get enough light that it covers the whole background pretty evenly. And speaking of power, while working, this thing is impressively quiet, and let me just put it this way, even when it gets warm, and let's say honestly it does get warm, a cooling system does kick in, but it doesn't sound like there is a jet engine just like taking off right behind you. Also, shout out to whoever designed these cooling fins, because I think this is really cool. Maybe not revolutionary, but just cool. Instead of using the regular heatsink, they decided to use this metal fins with a big fan inside that pushes the air through the fins, and with that, it cools the light. As I said, might not be revolutionary, but I think it's really cool. And just like all the other lights from the Molus lineup, this one as well can be used via ZY Vega app as well. Pairing is super fast and simple with no issues, no spinning wheels, no bugs. It just simply works. Every time when you open the app, it's gonna reconnect to your lights in about a second or two, and you are good to go. Through the app, you can change brightness, Kelvin, grouping of your lights, even update the firmware of each light when it's available. One thing you can do, switch and use the effects, which is weirdly and wildly still a Zhiyun thing in 2025, and I really hope this is gonna change at some point. And speaking of the effects already, just like all the other lights from Molus lineup, this one is no different, and it has 14 different light effects. Some of them are good, some of them are just there. I don't even know how to explain it, I just don't really find them useful. And one of the reasons for it is that these are COB lights again, which means they produce light with the whole size of the chip instead of partial LEDs like, let's say, C100. With that said, the chip cannot make too many variations at the same time to simulate the certain effects, because it just does the whole chip at a time. Now, the control box itself is a power supply as well, and it actually feels pretty solid. It seems like it's made from the same plastic that the light fixture is made of. It has two big scroll knobs, one for brightness, one for Kelvin. By clicking on the button, you jump into 20% increments, and by dialing it up and down, you move the settings by 1% with each click. The screen is bright enough that it works outdoors and is totally readable even in the bright sun. There is also USB-C port, so you can plug in your wired remote that you can get separately on their website. I think it's like $60 or something like that. And yes, in the package you get 7.5 meters of cord, which translates to fewer extension cords and more black tape saved. And more black tape saved, we all know, equals a lot more money saved, because black tapes are not cheap these days. One cool feature that this light has that I feel like it kind of flies under the radar is a max mode. G300 actually has a max button on the controller that lets you push your output from 300 to 500 watts, or at least that's what the Zhiyun advertises. I feel like it's great if you need to push extra light in that control situation on your studio set, but it also comes with a small fine print, and that is that it works only at 4300 kelvins. If you move any of the dials in any direction, the power output immediately drops. And if you're wondering, yes, the fan on the back of the light does ramp up in the max mode, but it's still quiet enough that it doesn't feel like jumbo jet flying over your head. Also important, even though this is advertised as 500 watts output in the max mode, this refers to the power usage, which doesn't directly reciprocate to the actual power output. It's still 300 watt light, but it just draws 500 watts of power, and it gives you that extra wattage for the LED to push it just a tiny bit harder. Working in the studio with it, it's great. It's a beautiful light, it gives a beautiful color. I feel like it's made to set new standards for the lights. But the annoying part that I was talking at the beginning comes like right now, and that's when you try to use it outside. We have to go back one more time. 300D. Do you know what light from 2017 has that light from 2025 doesn't? A carrying bag. I'm not sure when did this trend with the light producers started with not including the bags in their lights, and I really don't get it, because light that costs $599 should come in the actual box and not in a cardboard box. No carrying case, not even as an option on their website, no bundle, nothing. And this cardboard box doesn't really give me confidence that it will last long enough that I can use it. So naturally I went to Zhiyun's website to look for one, because is there light? Nothing, no bag didn't mention. I went to Amazon, still nothing. Then I went to B&H, and guess what I found? Zhiyun bag made by Zhiyun for this light in particular. Do you know how much this light costs? $28. 28 freaking dollars. Are you kidding me? And that's a retail price for this bag that I just bought. Production cost? I don't think it can be more than $10, and even now I'm probably high off guessing on this price. And you're telling me they couldn't include this bag into the package with $599? Or even offer it as a bundle so it can be even cheaper? Don't get me wrong, I just feel like this is a massive, massive missed opportunity for an advertisement. Imagine a clean bag like this, beautifully designed, sitting with the Zhiyun logo on the set. It's a free brand awareness. Isn't that what we're going for? Isn't that what we're trying to do, to get people to carry these things around so they can see the logo? But that's not even the worst part. My main issue with this light relates to the control unit and the V-mount option, or actually the lack of V-mount option. It just blows my mind. They designed this light in a perfect way to be a portable beast, but then forgot the most important thing, and that's a battery power. And on the back of this controller unit, where you would expect to have mounting clamp or a solid bracket or whatever, do you know what you get instead? Two random rubberized patches. I'm not really sure what to do with this. Let's be honest, how many times on your set or whatever you're shooting will you have this control unit laying down flat on the ground? In my 15-year career, I don't think maybe once or twice. For most of you, probably never. So you mean to tell me the light from 2017 can run on a V-mount batteries, but then the light from 2025 with a far better tech can't? Why? I just don't get it. It just makes no sense to me. And you know what does mounting option on this controller unit you have? A loop. That's it. A loop. That's all you get. So if you have nothing to hang it on, good luck. It's like somebody saw Kia's carrying bag and they were like, You see those handles over there? They're cool. We'll use that on our lights and that will solve everything. I mean, come on. No DMX, which will also kind of deter some professionals from getting this light. But at the end, this light is not a cinema light. It's not even for them. This is a creator's light. This is light for people like me or you who make videos for YouTube and some content that is interesting, the fun that you can be creative with, something that can inspire you to make something even better. That's the whole point of this light. Now a little bit more about the performance of the actual light. Flickering. There is none of it. I tested this light on all different speeds, on 120 frames per second, on a shutter of 500, and there was still no flickering. Solid color. I'm seriously impressed with how this works. With CRI of 95 plus and TLCI of 97 plus, G300 actually guarantees you will have perfect skin tones in your shots and no shift in magenta color or anything like that. I feel like Zhiyun is so close to being the new standard in a lightweight lights with G300. They're just so close of making the perfect portable light that we all gonna love and use. Matter of fact, Zhiyun, if you're listening, slap a V-mount on this boy, throw a decent case in the package with that big logo on it so people can actually see and bring the brand awareness even more up. And also give us a way to mount the control unit properly on the C-stand, a light, and any kind of clamp will do it, just something then rubberized patches, and let's call it G300 Pro. I guarantee you it will dominate the market. It will be perfect portable light that we all can use with a V-mount, slap it on a C-stand and carry it on any space that we want. Okay, let's rate the G300. Design-wise, even though I really love the look and compactness of it, I just still can't believe that they missed so many opportunities to make this light perfect, and I'm still keeping my crossed fingers for the G300 Pro. If they call it like that, can I have my name? Okay, never mind. I'll give it 7 for design, just because of the missed opportunity, and if the Pro comes out, I feel like it's just no-brainer. Performance-wise, clean 10. No questions about it. It's a clean, bright light that gives you reliable results every single time. Price-wise, it's $599. You definitely can say that it's cheap compared to the competition, but on the other hand, nothing on the market even looks close to G300. So with that in mind, I'll give it an 8 on the price, which brings the total for G300 to 8.33. Not bad. I just hope they'll make updated version with the missing parts, because I'm convinced it could be an instant hit with the content creators. Now, if you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.